New information: an accountant in Huntsville says there should have been policies in place to prevent the financial crisis now facing the Huntsville City Schools district. I'm Dan Schaefer.
And I'm Demetria McClinton. At 5, we told you the district is not currently contemplating firing the district's chief financial officer and that they're thinking about paying for an audit of their finances to see how exactly this crisis started. WAAY 31's Cody Fisher was in Huntsville to break down the different kinds of audits and how much it could cost the district.
The district says a clerical error is to blame for the anticipated $16 million deficit by the end of September 2019. J. Kevin Smith is an accountant in Huntsville. He says an error like this is made for one of two reasons.
Cause it to be just misleading because they didn't know what they were doing and just made a mistake. Or they could have done it intentionally to try and mislead, so they're getting away with something.
The president of the Board of Education says the district will decide between a forensic audit, which looks at a lot of specific transactions, and a regular audit, which looks at budget procedures and mistakes in how those procedures were followed.
If they're just looking for errors, then a forensic audit is really not necessary, because forensics audit is looking for fraud.
According to the president of the board, initial estimates for a forensic audit is $2 million for every year they decide to audit. Board member Pam Hill has called for a 5-year audit in board meetings, which would cost the district $10 million. The president of the board did not have estimates for how much a regular audit would cost. Smith says it likely took some time for this issue to snowball to this point.
I don't think it's just one transaction. It would be recording the same thing incorrectly over and over again.
And WAAY 31's Cody Fisher was reporting. According to Smith, a regular audit would take roughly 60 days to complete, and a forensic audit, which is much more in-depth, would take roughly 200 days for every year audited. But those time frames would shrink if multiple people were working on that audit.
The Board of Education will have a special budget meeting next Thursday at 4 p.m., followed by their regularly scheduled board meeting at 5:30. There they will talk in depth about their next move.